Hey everyone, welcome back to Husband Wife Outdoor Life with Matt and Ashley here. So unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 outbreak, we are not able to go out and do any of our hikes. So we decided to bring the hiking to our own backyard. We're really excited. We're going to do some fishing, we're going to do some grilling, and we're even going to stay the night in our tent.
And we're in our backyard. Let me just show you. That's our house. So we do have to be just a little bit careful for those of you that have seen the video already. We do have some nesting wood ducks in our backyard. We have a pretty good sized pond right over here, and they have taken up residence in our yard as well. So we're trying to be very careful, and we don't want to distress her. So if we hear her getting worked up, or if she starts to come out of the box, we'll relocate this to the front yard or something. Okay, let's get camp set up. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna set up the tent right here. It seems to be like the most flat spot in our lawn that's not soaking wet from all the rain. So we're just gonna set up camp and bring you along.
That's not too near the duck mama. Cooking dinner by now.
Yeah, it just dawned on me that Matt's never set the tent up before, so he's usually cooking dinner at this point in our hike. It's really funny.
It's only 2-something in the afternoon.
There's a little bit more to setting up a single wall DCF tent that's non-freestanding than compared to our Big Agnes tent, which was freestanding. Pretty simple to set it up. You just stake the 4 corners, put the poles in. It's just a little bit different. There's a little bit of a technique to it. It's one of those things that once you do it a bunch of times, you just kind of get used to it. There. Quickest and easiest camp we've ever set up. Mm-hmm. So we'll just throw the sleeping pads in there and the quilt when it gets a little bit later. Next on the agenda is either some fishing in the pond. That's debatable depending on our duck.
If she allows us.
So we do have a little fire pit just over here by the pond. So we're hoping to maybe use that tonight for our little backyard campground. We don't usually make fires when we're backpacking, so it's going to be a nice little treat to have a campfire tonight. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It does kind of feel good to be back in my little chair. Mm-hmm. Oh, camp's looking pretty good. Matt's down there getting a fire made for tonight.
So, got a little campfire built. It's about 55 degrees, perfect night for a fire. Perfect time to bring the great outdoors to the backyard.
So like forever ago, we bought these REI Flex Light chairs, and they really held up over the years, and you guys know Matt's feelings about those. Like a year or two later, I think I used some leftover dividend to purchase a Flex Light table for a canoe camping trip that never actually happened. It ended up getting canceled for some reason. But I've never set it up, and we've had it in the house forever, so I figured now is as good a time as any to set this up for our little backyard adventure. That's the nice thing about this and the house being right there, is we're not worried about weight. We can carry whatever we want. You want to know another benefit to backyard camping? 5G Wi-Fi. Pretty fantastic.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi actually reaches really well right here.
The Wi-Fi signal is quite strong. Wonderful. getting a little bit hungry. Maybe it's time for dinner.
Already taken care of.
Meat and cheese. We didn't even have to hike anywhere. You know, we have a whole kitchen full of food. I think I have a better idea. Alrighty, instead of our usual meat, cheese, and crackers, we are gonna do some chicken legs on the campfire. And we're gonna make a little special sauce using the ingredients in front of you. It's got a nice bed of coals going, so I'm just stacking that wood so that it burns off a little bit. And we have the sauce going indoors on the stove there just to kind of warm it up and get it ready. And yeah, this should be ready soon, and we'll start the chicken. Also, can you see all the deer tracks down here? Check this out. The ground is littered with them. The deer have obviously been through here.
Most important step. Gotta click the tongs.
Okay. And we're gonna add the chicken, and we're gonna let it cook for about 15 minutes with no sauce on it. Starting to hear some sizzle action. Okay, it's time to add the sauce to the chicken. So we're gonna lightly brush it on here. Okay, and then we're gonna rotate. I'm gonna sauce them again and let them sit for another 10 minutes or so. Okay, I got the first layer of sauce on them. I rotated them, sauced them a couple times, and we're just gonna rotate them a few times over the next 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll do a final sauce. Dinner is served. Coleslaw, chips, and chicken. How is it?
Mmm.
Good?
Mm-hmm. Very, very tangy.
You're eating it with a white shirt. This is gonna go over well. Nice shirt, by the way.
Yeah. It's gonna be messy.
Mm-hmm. That's what the paper towel's for.
That's a good sauce.
That ain't bad.
Mm-hmm.
We took a little pause on filming outside because we have a couple ducks that wanted to come into the pond, so let them come in, and I think we're just going to stay out of their hair for right now so we don't spook them. So dinner was awesome, and we're just going to sit back and watch the ducks. Stay tuned. Yeah. So Drake is sitting right there. She's in the box. So we're just gonna take a little break from filming and stay inside while she does her thing. Don't want to disturb her. Well, it's about time for bed here. Got a beautiful little sunset there on the horizon. Okay, folks, we are in our tent in our backyard, but we are gonna go to sleep. So it feels a little weird, not gonna lie,
But we really appreciate you joining us. The reason we're doing backyard camping is because of the coronavirus. I'm sure all of you watching are more than familiar with what the coronavirus is. If you're watching this 10 years from now, just look up the year 2020 coronavirus. But here in Michigan, we're under quarantine rules, meaning we cannot travel unnecessarily. We are allowed to camp and hike, but traveling unnecessarily is not allowed. And Matt and I just don't live close enough to a trailhead to do anything legally, so.
Make your own adventures, but be safe.
Yeah. You guys can do this at your home too. You don't have to have a piece of property with a pond and a fire pit either. You could literally set up a tent in your living room. So it's actually a lot more fun than you would think.
Yep.
Yeah. We had a great time. A lot of talking, so I'm going to end this here. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I hope you've enjoyed the video up to this point. Maybe we'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, stay tuned for our next adventure. Thanks for watching. Good night, Matt.
Good night, Matt. You know what they say, when the cat's away, the mice will play. Ashley's in the house right now, so now the channel is going to get real. Welcome to Husband, Wife, World War II life. Let's talk about the Lend-Lease Act and the new research coming out of the Soviet Union and the Russian Federation and Boris Sokolov. Turns out, American intervention might have been way more important to the Eastern Front than we thought. She's back now, so outdoor stuff, birds, trees, hiking. Think we fooled her. Don't put that in, that's just for me. Get saucing.
Saucing. Let's sauce it.